Well, hi and welcome to this week's video. More magic string playing with, and starting to get a little bit of work elsewhere with the exhaust. So join me and let me show you what I've been up to now. Well, here I am sitting in the cockpit, which is different. I've set the altimeter to 1013, which is in the UK our standard altitude setting, and I've just gone through the Trig transponder setup. Let's see, so you can actually enter it again by pressing the FN button and turning on as you go through all the setup. The only bit I haven't set up yet really is the altitude encoding for the anything other than ground level at the moment. But I've got all the hexacode in, I've got the aircraft registration in, I've gone through all the setup, which is very easy following through the steps in the manual. The one bit I haven't done is I haven't put the GPS source in because I've connected up to the pilot aware to get that little bit done and dusted yet. That's the pilot aware is not being powered up. But there we go. Once we get all this lot sorted, we should be cooking on gas, one would say. Quite a tight little cockpit to sit in as we are at the moment. And the view looking forward, well, even at my height I can't see straight forward past the engine and things, so it will be a bit of a wee for taxi. We've got everything just about the right height to keep me nice and comfortable. It's only about the third time I've sat in the aircraft, and it's definitely the first time I've sat in it with the engine stuck up the front. Quite interesting. Right, let's crack on and do a bit more work. Okay, so if we now turn on the power there, we've got the engine monitoring coming on, and we've got the EGTs alive, the CHTs alive, outside air temperature, oil pressure and oil temperature, engine RPM, and the voltage, which is just coming off a battery at the moment, which you can see what's going on there. So the EGT is very slightly different. I don't know why. I think one must be closer to the heater in the workshop here. So there we go. It's working. So we've got the transponder is working, but it's not connected to do the ADS-B out at this moment in time through the pilot aware, because I haven't connected the pilot aware to it, although it's just a simple case of plugging it in and powering up the pilot aware to do that. And we've got this piece of electronic gizmometry sorted out as well. Pretty much it for electrics now, I think, until I have to set up the radio. So next week's video, I think I'll start propagating this lot with instruments and getting the pitot-static system in position. That's an idea anyway. And I have started making a little bit of headway on the exhaust. I'll show you that now. So at the moment I've got the stubs, the exhaust stubs themselves set up. I've tack welded them, MIG'd, tack welded. I'll go right the way around the inside, weld that up completely now that I'm happy. So this one's a front one. Whoops. There we go, this is the front one that goes on there, and vertical straight up and down in that direction, gives me a bit of clearance, and that'll go. I'll put a slight curve onto the next section of pipe, just change a bit, slight change of angle, going back about there somewhere, I should think. And then we've got the rear one, that one there, which goes straight down, and that'll Siamese into whatever I've got going on back here. So this will go down, this will have a section of pipe going down so it meet about here somewhere, and then from there it'll go down, so this might go in almost a straight line to create a piccolo pipe. My plan is sort of straight till it meets up with this one, and then a curve, a pleasing curve of some description to get it so that I could get the piccolo pipe going from about here, the piccoloing, to somewhere about here. It needs to be, we don't want it shooting into the leading edge of the wing, and we don't want it sort of going into the undercarriage, so it'll come just slightly curve away and have all the piccolo tubing in the side. For those of you who don't know what a piccolo pipe looks like, well, you'll have to wait and see. It's a system which I've made up exhaust in that format before on motorcycles, and effectively what it is, you've got a series of holes going down the side, bent and at different positions going around, so you don't get one shockwave coming out the end of the exhaust. You get a series of releases, so it's a softer sort of pop rather than the bang, and it makes the exhaust note well, generally overall sort of softer, not necessarily much quieter, but softer, so it's less intrusive. So there we go. We'll see how we get on, but I may have to trim up here so I can get the angles just as I want it going back. Until I've bolted this little lot onto the head, I won't know really. Okay, well that's it for the week. Broken the back of the wiring. Got the radio loom and that to make up. I need to buy some little bits and pieces, plus the big lump, the radio. So that's not going to happen in the immediate future. Let's put it that way. I've got to save up for that. But the majority of the wiring is now done with the MGL. So I've got engine management or engine monitoring system, and we've got the transponder sorted out, which is great. I could just a little bit of work, I could get the pilot aware to talk to that, and that will give us the ADS-B out, which should make it even better. Although in the UK we don't require ADS-B out, there's no ADS-B mandatory areas in the UK yet. Possibility at some stage in the future, so I'm future-proofing myself in that format. But there are aircraft out there with things like pilot aware who can actually take ADS-B in, so I'm making myself that a bit more conspicuous to them. And thankfully the Civil Aviation Authority over here in the UK is forking out a little bit of cash towards electronic conspicuity up to March, so at the end of next month I believe is the cut-off date, and they give you a percentage of the money up to £250. So I'm claiming my £250 back for putting a transponder in the aircraft. Hopefully they'll pay me, and that'll help to offset some of the cost. So hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing at the moment. I'm not sure where I'm going to go to next. I've started bits on the exhaust, but I don't really feel like working the exhaust much more than I have already. We'll see what I do. Catch you in the next one hopefully. So bye now, look after yourselves. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe or even hit the little bell notification for future videos. Any comments would be appreciated, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, go fly and feel the sky.